Breakup Cheater Squad, you're in for a wild ride today. This is a story packed with clever moves, brutal betrayals, and one man's incredible comeback. Trust me, you'll want to stick around for this one. Let's dive in. I still remember the day my life took a sharp, unexpected turn. The day betrayal hit me like a freight train. What started as an exciting new chapter quickly turned into a painful lesson I'd never forget. Vanessa and I had been together for 3 years, and our love story seemed perfect. We met at a birthday party. One of those chance encounters that turn into something magical. Within 6 months, we were living together, caught up in the rush of love, adventure, and companionship. By year 3, we were engaged and had just bought a house, convinced we were building a future that would last forever. But looking back, I see now that the warning signs were always there. I just refused to acknowledge them. Vanessa's ex-boyfriend, Ryan, had always been a lingering presence. At the time, I dismissed him as harmless, a relic of her past. I believed our relationship was strong enough to withstand anything. But as the wedding approached, I started noticing changes in her. She became distant, distracted, always on her phone, taking late-night calls she'd brush off as work-related. She started missing meetings, coming home later than usual, and when I'd ask what was wrong, her answers were vague, too vague. It was as if there was a growing wall between us, and I was the only one desperately trying to tear it down. Then came the moment that shattered everything. One afternoon, I was running an errand when I spotted Vanessa in a public garden. She wasn't alone. She was sitting on a bench with Ryan, laughing, touching his arm, holding his hand. The intimacy between them was undeniable. My heart plummeted. I stood frozen, watching as the woman I had planned to marry gave her affections to another man. It wasn't just the physical closeness that hurt. It was the realization that she had been emotionally checked out long before this moment. That night, I confronted her. She didn't deny it. Instead, she hit me with a gut-wrenching revelation. She still had feelings for Ryan and needed space to explore them. She wanted to press pause on our engagement, on everything we had built together, so she could chase after a man she should have left in her past. That was the final straw. In that moment, I knew our relationship was beyond saving. Heartbroken but determined, I decided to take control of the situation. I sought legal advice regarding our house, ensuring that I wouldn't be left at a disadvantage. I meticulously documented every detail, every conversation, and every financial move. When the time was right, I made the tough decision to sell the house, for a hefty profit. Then came the power move. I accepted a job offer in California. Instead of wallowing in pain, I packed my bags, cut all ties, and left Vanessa behind, taking my dignity and a fresh start with me. Vanessa's reaction was a mess of emotions, rage, regret, and desperate pleading. She begged me to reconsider. She cried. She apologized. But it was too late. She had made her choice, and I had made mine. I wasn't going to be a backup plan or a second choice. The aftermath of our breakup hit her hard. She struggled professionally, eventually losing her job. Personally, she spiraled, realizing too late that the future she had thrown away was something she could never get back. Meanwhile, I thrived. San Francisco was the reset I needed. I built a new life, met new people, and, in time, fell in love again. Years later, I married a woman who truly valued and respected me, something Vanessa never did. But life has a funny way of bringing things full circle. Years after I had moved on, I ran into Vanessa at a wedding. She approached me cautiously, her eyes filled with regret. She wanted to talk, to apologize, to explain. But as I looked at her, I realized something profound. I felt nothing. No anger, no sadness, no longing. Only gratitude. Gratitude for the pain that had shaped me. For the strength I had gained. For the life I had built after walking away. Betrayal had once broken me, but in the end, it became the catalyst for my greatest transformation. I had emerged from the wreckage, stronger and wiser, standing in a light brighter than I ever imagined. And that Breakup Cheater Squad is how you take back control of your life.